What is going on? We're going to talk about SoFi stock today, guys. The stock is down considerably since the earnings report on Monday, right? So what does that mean for investors? How do we go moving forward? What's next for SoFi stock? Where do we go from here? And why is this stock down so much? Okay, first off, I think the stock is down from the $18 range to the mid 15s because of guidance, right? So for 2025, SoFi projects a GAAP EPS between 25 cents and 27 cents, guys. That is below the 29-cent consensus. It's not a huge drop off from the consensus, but it's enough for the stock to sell off. And I think the stock trades in that $14 to $17 range, SoFi stock does, for the foreseeable future, right? And they adjusted net revenue from $3.2 billion to $3.275 billion versus $3.05 billion consensus expected revenue for adjusted net revenue. The adjusted EBITDA is expected to rise to $845 to $865 million, trailing the visible alpha consensus of $913.5 million. Another reason why the stock could have sold off potentially, right? For Q1, the company forecasts GAAP EPS of about 3 cents, below the 6 cents consensus, while adjusted net revenue $725 million to $745 million, which is a little bit higher than the $700 million consensus, right, guys? So when the EPS, the GAAP EPS, comes in half of the 6 cents consensus, that's why we're at where we're at right now for SoFi. I'm actually surprised the stock hasn't sold off even more, considering that the GAAP EPS estimate is 3 cents, half of what it was forecasted to be. Not exactly great. Despite the weak outlook, Anthony Noto, one of my favorite CEOs in the entire stock market, guys, he highlighted that SoFi's first full year of GAAP profitability with a Q4 GAAP EPS of 29 cents, rising up from 5 cents in Q3. SoFi's Q4 adjusted net revenue of $739.1 million topped estimates, fueled by loan origination growth, including a 63% jump in personal loans and 71% rise in student loans. So we're really starting to see, SoFi investors, that this loop of products is really starting to expand. Personal loans, student loans are up huge, and I'm expecting, usually Q4 is one of the worst quarters for mortgages, so you got to take that into consideration, right? So now we're going to move on to this investor presentation where I'm going to run through some of the highlights, some of the things that I thought were very interesting in this 2024 highlights. What's up, William? What's going on, buddy? Welcome to the chat. We're talking SoFi stock. We're talking investing. We're talking about where SoFi stock can potentially go from here, guys. If you're new to the channel, I'm Jason, the host of the Jason Amaral channel, where we go over tons of different investing strategies from your IRA to your 401k. All the investing stuff you need is right here in this channel. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. In 2024, SoFi recorded an adjusted net revenue of $2.61 billion, guys. That is up 26% year over year. That is great growth in a time where they had to be very conservative. With interest rates being really high, they had to be conservative with loan originations. They also recorded adjusted EBITDA of $666 million. 26% adjusted EBITDA margin. Very, very, very good. What's up, Goku Edits? What's going on? Welcome to the live stream. We're talking SoFi stock here, guys. They recorded a record adjusted EPS of 15 cents or GAAP EPS of 39 cents. SoFi stock continues quarter after quarter to show why they're one of the best stocks in the entire stock market, guys. It's the first full year of profitability for SoFi stock too. Very, very, very awesome. And the tangible book value growth of $1.37 billion up to $4.89 billion. The stock continues to be very successful. I'm very proud of what SoFi is accomplishing, guys. They also had in Q4 a record adjusted net revenue of $739 million, up 24% year over year. Very impressive. They also recorded adjusted EBITDA of $198 million, guys. 27% adjusted EBITDA margin. Very, very good margins. Anything over 25% is excellent, in my opinion. You guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. This is the 5th straight quarter of profitability for SoFi stock, guys. Very, very impressive stuff. Adjusted EPS of 5 cents or GAAP EPS of 29 cents. Very, 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 very impressive stuff. And in Q4 2024, the tangible book value growth of $465 million up to $4.89 billion. Here are some of the business highlights for SoFi stock for the 2024 calendar year. 10.1 million members on SoFi and the SoFi app, up 34% year over year, and a 10x growth over the past 5 years. They are growing exponentially, guys, and I think they're really going to take over the banking space here very, very shortly for SoFi. And your investors, you're going to continue to get a great return on your investment. 14.7 million products representing 32% growth. Record loan origination of $23 billion, guys. Absolutely incredible stuff from SoFi stock. Very, 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 very impressive. $25 billion in member deposits. And remember, the more deposits you get, the more loans that SoFi can give out, guys. So we are here on the Jason Amaral channel talking about SoFi stock, guys. We're talking about the most recent earnings report, talking about some of the highlights from the 2024 business year, guys. Very, very, very exciting stuff. They launched 2 new credit cards, SoFi Everyday Cash Rewards and SoFi Essential. They expanded the loan platform business, the LPB, with $2 billion agreement with Fortress Investment Group. They executed $9.2 billion in capital market transactions, including $6 billion in whole loan sales, $2.1 billion in LPB sales, and $1.2 billion in securitizations. Very, very good stuff, guys. Galileo signed processing deals with Direct Express, the largest government card program for federal benefits, guys. Galileo went live in the U.S. with a banking core implementation with SoFi CPS. Very impressive stuff, guys. Very, very, very impressive. If you guys are SoFi investors, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I just wanted to give you a basic rundown of what they've done this past year with SoFi stock. And remember, in 2023, they acquired Wyndham Capital Mortgage Group. They got the bank charter and acquired Technisys in 2022. So every single year, they're making more and more acquisitions, becoming a larger and larger financial institution for its investors. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next SoFi live stream. Peace.